Hey there, it's Dave Wood talking to you from my home out here in Escazú, Costa Rica, and I'm thinking about how much your life is going to continue to change as you apply these principles in today's episode. These really are revolutionary concepts that I wish I would have learned years ago. Some of these ideas would have made me millions of dollars more and way wealthier. In your free bonus PDF worksheet and audio of today's message that I'm giving you below, I'll walk you through applying these strategies in your own business and life in a way that will completely change the way that you think about creating your dream life, because that's what the Daily Shortcut is all about. Helping change the world by helping you build a business while you build a life at the same time. So pay attention to this episode and take notes on what you're learning, because if you simply write a thoughtful, detailed comment about what you're learning right now, you could actually win $100 or a free copy of the book that I'm reading right now. It's called Resolutions, shipped to your house on me for free. And that's my way of saying thank you. Just watch the episode with the intention of winning. Write the best comment and then share your comment on Facebook with a link to this page and you could win. So what's the financial intelligence shortcut to create real freedom in your life? Well, in his book, Oren shared 10 transformational principles that will guide your financial destiny by changing the way that you think about money. And I'm going to expand on them right here. Resolve right now to commit to these 10 principles with me now as we change the landscape of our future and we learn the secrets of my wise old friend that I mentioned in yesterday's episode. Number 1, accurately identify your net income. When I got on the internet, I don't know if you've ever seen this, I remember the first time that I heard people talking about how they made $10 million online. Well, what they really meant was they did $10 million in sales, right? When they subtract out affiliate payouts, refunds, chargebacks, merchant processing fees, other fees, service costs, technology costs, advertising costs, and let's just call the rest of it other. Usually the same person actually made around $1 million, maybe two. Some of them lost money. And then they spent that because they thought they made 10 million and their mind was out of control. Make sure you actually know what your net income is, because you can't live on IFCOM. Let me repeat that. Make sure that you know what your net income is, because you can't actually live on IFCOM. Number 2, document all expenses. Every dime that is spent needs to be named and tracked in order to be able to control it. Like I mentioned in a previous post, if you don't keep track of what your score is, you have no ability to improve it and are fighting in the dark. Make a decision right now to track and organize your finances so you can make decisions accurately that are based on real data. One of the biggest mistakes that I made early in my business was not understanding good financial systems and also accounting controls. Lack of tracking and accountability systems resulted in over $1.5 million from operating expenses stolen from my company in 2014. And that's when I put in rigorous accounting controls on multiple checks and balances to make sure that we're operating completely sound in every part of our business. But that was an expensive lesson, right? Number 3, spend no more than 75% of your net income. Look at the balance sheet in your own life and cut the fat out of it, no matter how much you're earning. If you spend all your money making $5,000 a month, you're going to spend it all making $50,000 a month too, like I talked about in yesterday's episode. Just trust me on it and just do it. I didn't believe the person that told me years ago that you would spend the same ratio of your income when your income went up until I did it. If you only spend 75% of your net income every 4 months, you actually have another whole month of savings that you could live on. Imagine how cool that would get over a period of 5 or 10 years. You can do that right now by making a difficult yet powerful decision to shrink your lifestyle, not to your current income level, but to living powerfully beneath your means, beneath your income level. Number 4, never finance anything that depreciates. Oren gave an example in his book that I had never thought about. He gave an example of financing a $30,000 motorcycle. After 5 years, you'll have paid nearly $60,000 for something that's reduced in value to $20,000. Let me repeat that again. You will have paid $60,000 for something that's reduced to the value of $20,000. Although I've never financed anything, my cars are paid for with cash, and actually everything that I own is, I've never honestly realized how stupid that was until I just looked at that math. I mean, I got a D in geometry, a D in geometry, right? My senior year in high school, and I could look at that and I could realize how foolish it is, but nobody ever tells us. We need to educate people on making better decisions with their finances. I won't even get into car leases right now because I'll step on some toes, and I know some people love very expensive car leases and love to waste their money. So right now I'll just say I won't get into it. Number 5, set a price limit on spontaneous purchases so you don't get out of control. If you set rules for yourself in advance that prevent you from binging with your credit card, you're going to make better decisions. Set a limit, and if a spontaneous purchase crosses your threshold, sleep on it till the next day or longer. Talk to a mentor. That alone is enough to stop most frivolous, out of control behavioral spending in its tracks. Be wise with your money and it will multiply. One of my wise friends runs a business that does $5 million a month in sales, and he has a spending limit on spontaneous purchases that can't be crossed without consulting someone inside of the company first. How much is that limit? What do you think? I bet you're never going to guess that it's only $500. People who think like my good friend Rob, they get rich, right? Number 6. If you're using a credit card and that increases your spending, pay with cash instead wherever you can. Look at market research data on the average spending in shopping malls when people have credit cards versus cash, and be honest about your habits. And if your habits with credit cards make you spend more money, which most people spend a minimum of 20% more if they're using a magnetic plastic card, if you're spending more, stop it. If you're parting with cash and you've got to give it up, because it's harder than swiping, right? And that disconnects you emotionally with parting with your hard-earned money, then don't do it. Just change. Be wise in investing your money. Number 7, wipe out all consumer debt before you start to save. Let me ask you a question. What's actually happening to your money if your savings account is growing at a massive 1% a year, but your debt is increasing at 10 to 20% interest? Well, you're actually losing money by not paying down your debt. You're losing 9 to 19% of your money in that scenario is what's happening. There's a great saying that people always quote from Proverbs. In Proverbs 22:7, it says this. It says, "The rich rule over the poor." That's not the part people quote, but they quote this other part. And that says, "The borrower is slave to the lender." The rich rule over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. Right? I hear people ranting and raving about freedom and equal rights while they're spending 20% more than they're making every year. A slave to the central banking system, to taxes, to lenders, to the job, to the boss. Here's the facts. You're a slave to who you're borrowing money from. Debt keeps people trapped in a vicious slavery cycle of living for someone else's dream. Get debt free and learn to multiply your resources and create a new future by acting in wisdom right now. More money, let me repeat this, more money is not going to fix your cash flow issues. Number 8, learn the difference between investments and expenses. You can invest in external assets that multiply existing wealth, and you can invest in yourself to multiply you and increase your power to get wealth. Both are valuable. Benjamin Franklin said, "An investment in knowledge always pays best interest." Investing in your education is putting money to improve your most valuable asset, which is actually you, because you and your knowledge, experience, and creative power have the ability to create unlimited assets through free enterprise. Benjamin Franklin at one point was vegetarian. Do you know why? Well, I'll share that with you in a future episode. I promise that you won't know the reason if you don't actually know the history behind it, because the reason is actually not what you think. Number 9, focus on the quality of life and peace of mind when you become wealthy, right? I met a lot of people who have a personal aversion to wealth, and they use God as a justification for poverty, right? Which is not a positive way of looking at money. In Timothy, in the New Testament, Timothy 6:10 says this. It says, "For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil." And people, what they do is they take this, right, and then they delete the love, and they just say money is the root of all evil. And they think that, some wise person said that, and they attribute it to the wrong people. And that's not actually what it says. Money is not evil, and neither is having money, right? And that's for the religious people out there, for the people that have spiritual beliefs. Money is not evil. Having money is not evil either. It's ridiculous. No spiritual belief actually teaches that. But an endless thirst of money over people distorts your mind and heart and is not the meaning of life. A love of money and not the people you serve. Yes, that's wrong. Money is a form of energy, and in exchange for market value when created properly and can bring a multiplication of you into the world. Now think about this here for a second. If money is an exchange of market value, right? It's an exchange of how you are serving people. And therefore, money is a positive reflection of who you actually are. Once again, it's not evil. It's actually a good thing to be able to make a lot more money because you can actually be doing a lot more good. A better, healthier, more radiant creation you can make because money can actually buy you time to do the things that you want. Being wise with money and having the power to create wealth on demand, like we teach you in the Total Shortcut system. You can claim in your bonuses, frees your mind from attachment to wealth, and puts you in the rightful position of the one who manifests wealth on demand instead of the borrower who is slave to the lender. When I started making all my money online in 2009, I immediately moved to Costa Rica and I began to pursue my dreams and passions. I started doing martial arts, I went to the beach, I later moved to the mountains in a big house. It was amazing. That radically transformed who I was and allowed me to build my life from vision and get out of that endless, desperate pursuit of the dollar. Lack of need from money produces an inseparable detachment from it. Loving the right things, which to me is God and people, produces an ethical flow of giving that multiplies in the marketplace, and it builds trust with the people that you love and serve, like the way that you and I communicate. Number 10, finally. When you become wealthy, remember to be a blessing to others. When you go into the world realizing that you are a beautiful creation, a human being with a mission placed in your heart and mind from a divine source, and that you matter to the world, you're going to realize something that I discovered years ago, and that's this. All human beings are meant to be beautiful. The world is full of human beings that were created for a reason that is no more or less important than yours. You're designed, created, and evolved to create the dreams that are put in your heart. So are your children, your spouse, your neighbors. If we can inspire the world and change it through changing ourselves, we will create a radiant transformation that will lift up the lives of beautiful souls around us and change the world into a better, more beautiful place. That's what making money is actually all about, if it's done in the right way. Holding his brother's hand as he was taking his final, struggling breaths, as tears were rolling down the sides of his cheek. My wise old friend I mentioned in yesterday's show asked his brother a question. He looked him in the eye and he said, "Brother, are you finally ready to change yourself?" The world changed that day as a shift echoed through time, because you matter. And when you change, the world changes too. Thank you for being here. I'm here to bless you. Make sure to grab your bonuses that are going to be mentioned in the video that's about to play right now. This is a special time and you're a special human being. Decide to lock arms with us and get the Total Shortcut in the palm of your hands today, and align with us in your daily action plan to be the change that you want to see in the world, like Gandhi so lovingly says. Remember to leave a detailed and a thoughtful comment below. Paste that comment on Facebook and link to this page in your Facebook post, telling your friends what you've learned, and you could win $100. Let's go ahead and do that now as we create a shortcut for everyone as we continue transforming the world through one episode at a time, through each new day with the Daily Shortcut. I appreciate you, my friend, and I want to tell you, I believe in you, and you're awesome.
Hey, it's Dave Wood again, and I wanted to congratulate you for taking one more step towards your dreams by receiving your daily bonus materials. My vision in these daily videos is to inspire 1 million people to build a lifestyle business through applying these daily strategies. If you continue watching them every day by opening every email and paying attention to this content, my promise to you is that you're going to transform your knowledge and your personal power, and you're going to step into a new kind of a future. So here's how it works. Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time, check your email and watch the video that we send you. And I'll share with you what I'm learning personally and applying in my own business. I want to help you apply today's lesson, so I've developed free bonus resources that you can download right now. In your first daily bonus, I'm going to give you a free PDF workbook that will help you take these concepts and immediately apply them to increase your income and to maximize your time freedom, taking your breakthroughs to the next level. For your second daily bonus, you're going to get instant access to an audio download of today's lesson that you can listen to in your car and allow these lessons to feed your unconscious mind, helping you step into your personal power and create what you actually want in your life. And for your third daily bonus, I'm going to show you how you can make money with us as you're learning and implementing these daily strategies. I'll even show you how you can create a part-time income. How can you do that? You start by building a brand online, following our simple daily action checklist that you're going to get when you take action immediately. Hit the button and claim your bonuses right now. Make sure to enter your email that you want us to send your free bonuses to. I'm going to be taking you inside of my private mastermind with 7-figure earners in Dallas, Texas. I'm going to be traveling to the private lake in Colombia owned by Pablo Escobar, taking you out on a private yacht in the Gulf of Mexico, and even walking with you behind the scenes in our private studios as I break down the structure of my system and I give you my personal shortcut. Why? Because I want to give you the ability and power to create what you want so you can travel to the beaches of the world with your family in private charters like this one.
I hold all my secrets to creating wealth in this little black book, and I'm going to give them to you in the Daily Shortcut. And how can you get it? Click on the button below this video that says, "Give me the Daily Shortcut," and you'll get on a private list we'll notify early.
I'll even introduce you to my friend Michael, who's been earning 5 figures a week in our beta release of this shortcut when you put your email in on the page.
I'm giving you a gift right now where you're going to be able to hold my entire system to creating riches online, starting in today's Daily Shortcut. Are you ready? Click on the button right now and you'll be on my invitation list.
Let me know if you're ready to hold the secrets in my little black book in the palm of your hand, and click the button right now. As you're clicking, I'm walking along the beach, thinking about the sunlight, just like it rises in the morning and it sets in the evening as the waves of the ocean continue to roll in. So can your bank account be if you're just willing to grab the handrail of your success and take the first step with me.
I'll see you in the next episode of The Daily Shortcut.